paying all the bills. And now we're at paying all the bills because this is a big one. All right. What would you do for a man who was paying all your bills? Like, what would you take from a man who was paying all your bills, or a woman who was paying all your bills? I want to start with you, Greg.
For all my bills?
Yeah, I actually want to start with you.
Ooh.
He got excited.
I get excited over that. Never had that. I'm staying as long as I can.
Even if she lying.
If she's lying, I'll be lying too. I'll be cheating, doing all that. But if she paying all my bills, I'm
cracking up, yo.
Hey, I'm living a life.
That could be your wife.
I don't
He
know
said, I don't know about all
that.
that.
Marriage is a little different
Yeah.
now, but keep paying my bills, and we're going to go from there.
Okay. All right.
Until I find somebody I want to marry,
And then you'll leave.
Unfortunately.
You know what's crazy?
could've
You
racked
sound like
up
a
saving
lot, not that it's you, but a lot of women say stuff like that. I'm just saying, and guys be having a problem with it, but now hearing it come out of a guy's mouth is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have an ego where we want to provide, like we natural providers, so we want to. But if somebody, shit,
Yeah. I feel you.
And she's like, I'll
just
pay
to
all
try
your
it at
bills.
least for once.
All right. What do you think, Sonny?
You said, now it stuck to me when you said, what would you take?
Yeah.
I'm me. So I'm taking the same thing I take if they weren't paying my bills.
Okay.
I don't do that.
Okay.
I my mental is too strong for that. I can't, no. We being treated the same whether we got money or not, whether you paying them or I'm paying them or whether we splitting them, we getting treated the same. That's that. And if I don't like it, I'm leaving.
So let me ask you, you don't mind? Like,
Mind what?
Like mind splitting bills or
I
paying
never had
bills?
nobody pay all my bills before, so if somebody did, it would be a new thing for me. So that's probably why I don't have that much of a problem leaving somebody.
Yeah. Because it does feel nice when it happens.
Yeah, like, oh, thank you. But it's like in my head, just I guess because I made it this far like this.
Yeah.
Like in my head, it's like if it was gone, I probably wouldn't really. I'd be like, oh damn.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to trade that for that, so I'd rather just
do this.
go to work.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. What do you think, Tam?
It's crazy because I agree with you. Like, I've never
Word.
had anybody pay all my bills, and it's like I'm such a hustler. Like, you know me, like I
Facts.
have
You
to.
know what I mean? Like it's just
It ain't that sad, Ryan. Okay, like,
Get your passport, King.
I'm cool. But no,
Passport, sis. There you go, try it out.
Yeah.
I'm cracking up.
I am not.
I'm trying to collect myself so hard.
No, it's okay.
But no, at the end of the day, like even if it was somebody, I don't know how I would feel about it, to be very honest. And granted, this could absolutely change in the next 5 years. So I don't want it to be like if I'm a completely new person in the future, y'all rewind this video back and like she said this at this
no,
time.
because everyone
But
can grow and change.
evolve.
I know how
You
she'll
change.
feel.
Yeah.
You evolve and change, but I will say at the end of the day, I've always felt a little insecure when somebody would completely take care of me.
Yeah.
I felt as though that it means I owe you something.
Facts.
Yeah.
So like,
When's your birthday?
Yes,
I'm
you
a Virgo.
Oh, that's why. I'm like, damn. Are you in here?
But no, it always feels like I need a return favor. And granted, again, I'm a very giving person, so I'm already gonna like cook, clean, do all, like I'm already that person. So you paying my bills isn't gonna change that, isn't gonna amplify it,
Yeah.
isn't gonna do anything. Like if anything, it's just gonna help me focus more on my own stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it'll be one less thing for me to worry about. But you know, yes, it would be very much so appreciated, but I think I would probably need a little bit more affirmation that by you doing this or you taking on these tasks and paying for these things, that you're not assuming any additional responsibilities. We would have to have a
Yes, girl.
conversation about it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Me personally, I do currently have someone who pays all my bills.
And I love that for you.
I do.
I be living through your
And when I
life,
say-
like boom.
Yeah,
That's it.
and when I say all my bills, I mean like my household bills. I still pay like some of my bills, but not a lot.
Yeah, your personal bills.
Yeah, like my
Yeah.
personal bills. You know what I mean? But I don't have to sacrifice my integrity for that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I don't have to sacrifice, and he understands that, and I understand that. And if I did, I'd be like, I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna lie. Just me still being jaded, he knows this. I'm not like speaking out of turn. I still be waiting like for the day is over. Like not for the day him and I are over, but
Yeah.
for the day I gotta start paying bills again.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to taking care of myself at the end of the day. So it's just like
And life happens too, you know.
Right.
Life
Like
happens.
God
I might
forbid,
have
I'm
to-
knocking on
Right.
anything, but God forbid something about his situation changes where you got to step up. You know,
Yeah.
at least you've had that time where he's handled everything, and you know you've been supported by him.
Right.
But you know, it's also having that game plan of like, all right, if this is the end, if this is it,
I
like
still
how am I
have-
gonna move and
move
shake?
forward.
Essentially,
Right.
yeah.
Can
What if I gotta
ask-
take care of him sometimes?
Can I
I was
ask?
just about to say, low-key, that's a risk too, because from on their part, putting out their bread all the time, it's like, what if they like, yo, this girl could be doing anything? That's probably why they be acting like that. But I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
yeah.
like, you know, that's their risk too.
Yeah,
It is a risk.
it's a
Originally,
risk
so-
for them. And
So
then what
even
if I
for
need to fall
us-
back on her and she's not even
Exactly.
ready to pick up where
Gotta
I
be ready to
Yeah.
to do the same thing.
Thing
Then
for
y'all
them.
good.
I
Yeah.
think for the most part, though, it's a risk that we're willing to accept as men. Like we
Love is a
That's the
risk I'm willing to
difference.
take.
Yeah,
And that's
we're-
I want to ask why all of you said the same thing. Like, you feel like if a man pays the bills, something bad's gonna happen. Like he's gonna
Yes.
you owe him something,
Yes.
or something bad's gonna happen,
Trauma.
or he's gonna take advantage. Where does that come from?
Trauma.
Yeah, trauma.
Wait, has it happened to you?
You know
Similar.
what's so, yeah, let me just say, like, as somebody, all right, so I can speak to this because I have somebody who pays my bills. And not to say that he's like this, but I've seen this with other men who've paid all the bills too. Because I've seen
So
this.
not you.
Not me per se, because him and I had these conversations about this, right? Like, don't do this. But I could see him getting this way if we didn't have those conversations. And let me just speak to this really quickly. And this is like, I didn't really think this all the way through, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I was watching somebody recently talk about how Black men taking care of the family financially completely is a newer thing.
Who said that?
A personality, Funky Dineva.
Is that a black person or a white
Some
person?
had to
He's
sit
black.
up.
some broad.
And he's black. He's black, and he's from
Where
like
he from?
down south, Florida.
Really?
And he's older. He's 40.
Listening to these
40 from
niggas.
He's
the
gay.
South?
He's
So
gay.
he should know.
But he was raised by
Man,
his mom
don't
and
listen to
dad.
these zesty
Like what?
Negroes.
But I say that to say,
My
and
grandpa took care of like 3 families. Unfortunately.
that's the. But like me personally, like listening to that, I just took it with a grain of salt, of course, because this is just like anecdotal evidence.
Right.
Like he's not getting like he don't have stats.
Right.
And I'm thinking about the families that I've seen. I haven't seen a lot of black men like hold everything down financially, like that. I haven't, and I don't know that.
I'm sorry.
So I say this to say, right, that I've seen a lot of black men who do hold it down, like I was just talking about earlier, right? Like my friends and stuff that I know that's a new thing.
Okay.
Where they're like, I pay all the bills, so why are you talking back to me? I pay all the bills, so why are you doing this? I pay all the
Yeah,
bills, so
see,
why are
I'm
you
not
doing
dealing with
that?
that.
Well, that's also
That's
how
what
it
I'm
used to
saying.
be.
You
though.
can pay your bills and
That
I
is
can pay
how it
mine.
That's how it
be.
used to be.
That's what I'm saying. And when I say that only to say that I see other cultures where the wife has a lot more say so,
Wait.
even though the man's paying all the bills.
Where am I missing something? Because are we talking about a certain age? Because
Talking
he
about a
said
certain
used to
time.
be. And I'm like, well, from what I remember what it used to be before I was here, people was being nice to each other and paying all the bills, and I guess just the wife just
Sometimes the
chilling.
wife was getting their ass.
Yeah,
beat.
Sometimes,
And
but I'm
saying
not
that so,
talking
like,
about
yeah,
that. I'm
yeah.
talking about the ones that didn't. I'm
Yeah.
talking about like my grandparents.
I like this right here.
Like,
So tell
So
us
your
all of
grandparents
them.
were fine, right?
Yeah, tell us what the
yeah,
vibe
they're
was.
still together right now
So
down the street.
The
living
still
happy.
together thing doesn't always matter though.
No, they are like I'm
They're
telling
happy,
you. Like
okay.
I'm like when I grew up, I asked them. I was like, yo, how did
they
you do it?
Yeah, how did they do
Like
it?
I've
I'm
never
seeing
seen
the
anything
smile
like
on
this
her
before.
face, and
Like
it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know my
that's just
grandparents,
awesome.
so like I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I
you know what
only
they
the
told me?
stories. Yeah.
I'll give the advice to the world. My grandparents told me. If I can remember, I'm probably gonna fuck it up because they say it's so much cooler than I do. But like they said, my pop said something about the 2 pillars. Basically, when you have a building and then you got the balcony, you got one pillar over here and one pillar over here, and it holds the balcony up, and that's the structure of the house, and it keeps it straight. If they were together all the time, then the house would bend in the middle.
Right.
And if there was only one pillar and the other pillar was fucking over there, the house would be tilted and everything. If you guys keep your perfect distance and you be there for each other and you do what's supposed to be done, the house will stay perfect.
that's
And I was like,
perfect.
like, I
love
was like,
story.
oh my
Y'all
God,
Y'all
thank
know I'm
you.
emotional.
A nice analogy. Yeah,
But like,
I like
yeah,
that.
you know. So,
Now let's go to the other end of the spectrum.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm
Yeah.
like, they're not the only people in, like my grandparents are the only people in the world who are like that. That's why I was like, so we can't just, I don't know. I don't want to put such a high percentage of things that you've seen. That's like saying all the bad things about America that's on the internet versus all the good things. And you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that
It's
they
like,
don't
yeah, y'all
show,
only
that they
looking
don't
at
show.
that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like,
yeah,
it ain't
true.
now or then. It's kind of just like what you've been around, because in the South, 40 something, where you been at?
Yeah, so this
Who
is
you
the
been
crazy
around?
thing. And it's interesting because when he said it, like I said,
You know
I
what
just
I'm
say
saying?
that he said it because it made me think.
Yeah.
And I'm like, have I seen it? What have you, right? And I haven't seen it a lot in older couples in my family. Like, usually, I haven't seen a man that was providing everything, and then he just also was just like still loving, caring. The woman had to say so. I haven't seen that older. I haven't seen it younger either. So that's what I'm trying to, until my situation right now. And only because we talk about those things. Like, there's been times in my relationship where the man, he's like, I'm paying all the bills. So it's like, why are you arguing with me over this? You know what I'm
What you
saying?
paying for me to shut up?
Nah, it shouldn't be like that.
And it don't. I don't say that exactly, but I'm like, listen, like I can just pay
little
that
bit.
bill so I can have my say so. You know what I mean? And he's like, all right, I see what you're saying. Like, you know, so it's like he's open minded enough to be like, all right, you know. But I've seen men who are not, and I've seen women who are just let the men get off whatever because they are paying the bills.